Hello everyone, and welcome back to Factorio. The factory must grow. Uh, Let me make sure that my stream is running. It looks like it is. That's good. Um, I am very low on time today, but my day got too long, so I'm definitely gonna do a little Factorio before I call it a night. Uh, and we'll just pick up from here, I guess. Where were we? Oh yes, we were gonna automate green science. And we were in the process of researching landfill tech, and we don't have any green science right now. We have the ability to make some. We are making some down here, and it is being utilized. Great. Good. The only limiting factor is how fast this machine works. With plenty of precursor, we're about to run out of belts, so I'll just feed it some belt. That should keep it going for a while. We also were going to expand our iron production, which has gone very low down south there. So yeah, we had a lot of things to do. And I think the first and most important thing though is to automate the green science passive, make it passive, and then we can work on updating our resource grid. So how are we going to make green science? We need inserters and transport belts. Transport belts are made off of gear and metal sheet. Here, we'll do this. Are made off of gear, metal sheet, and green chip. Gear, metal sheet. So if we have a central gear, metal sheet. Oh, we have everything coming in here. Okay. And then we've got plenty of assemblers to work with. So let's imagine hypothetically a line of. How do I scale this infinitely eastward? Firstly, this stone patch is going to get in the way of anything I attempt. So I might need to try a couple columns, but I don't want to take up too much space off of the grid on this. The unfortunate placement of this stone mine prevents how far east I can tile it. For now, let's use the space we have. If in the future I want to upscale, I can always just pave over that stone. Also, how's that wall production coming? We should have a solid amount by now, yeah? Yeah, now we have some serious amount of wallage. I can use this wallage to wally my way off from things. All right. Back to the question at hand. How do I want to arrange this? Let's say hypothetically this was a green chip, or a green potion. It was coming out on this conveyor. Nice, easy, lemon peasy. Uh, this is still firing, right? Yeah, okay, good. Let's say then that on top of that, I'm going to need to have these two resources available. Well, one of them can be here, max distance, feeding in like so. And the other can be here, feeding in like so. Right? Now all I need to do is supply these with gear, iron, and green, which can all run off the back or down the middle. Hmm. Is there a better way? Yeah, there's a better way. What we should do is run these down like so. I want you to make me belts. Okay. And those belts, am I out of inserters? Oh, I'll just stick these on for now. And those belts can then come out. Okay, good. We got landfill tech completed. Better crafties probably is good. Better belts is better. Yeah, better belts is better. Okay. So now we can output the belts here to a green potion producer here and make green potions. And in the meantime, we're also going to need to scoot this underneath the factory, like so. And that means we're going to need more space here to keep scooting it underneath, like so and like so. Green pots onto the belt. Problem solved. Now we need to make inserters on the other side. As discussed before, we're going to need space. But this doesn't feel tileable at all. This seems like a horizontal heavy that doesn't use the vertical space enough. So this could work, but I don't like how much horizontal space. I would rather use more vertical space because we clearly are about to hit a dead end here. So let's see if we can make a vertical strip that does the same thing, as it were. So on the left side, we'll have... we need green for what exactly? We need green only for the inserter recipe. Thank you. So we're going to need all resources grabbed here. But no, they're not going from far away enough. It needs to be... See, here's my thought process. Well, you know, maybe I should just give up on making pure belts worth. If throughput becomes a problem and I need full belts worth, I'll come up with a better system in the future. But for now, what's wrong with just doing half belts? Like, yeah, that actually might be the fastest way to do this. Alright, here's what I'm thinking tentatively, and I don't actually have a plan yet, but if I want to use the vertical space, then the system would be make something here, spit it out over the edge, output comes out. Make something here. Okay, so this is going to have to go up one higher, one higher. This is going to have to be a long inserter. It's going to have to be a short inserter. Okay. Power. Power. And insert. Insert and power. Okay. So now we've set ourselves up to make both of these. Right? Oh, did we not put a long arm? We need a long arm too, thank you. And we can technically go as high as we like with this side production. Then we can belt this down. And it's going to be a perfectly even mix of A and B. Nope, 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 nope. This is very dangerous territory. It's going to be an uneven mix. So instead of letting that happen, we put them together half and half. Run that across the belt. And green pot that sucker. And now we have green pot production on the belt. Okay, so now that that's all set, lock that, lock that. We have a lot of producers. This is almost certainly not a good ratio. We probably need more of these. Although, to be fair, look at this. The churn is pretty good right now. These two are supplying enough for all of that. And maybe we add one more layer up just because why not? Already, the red pots have crowded the belt out to completion. The green pots are exceeding the churn rate. I hate to say it, but I think we might have actually solved green for the short term anyway. Is it really possible that this rate of production is actually outstripping 6 green pot producers? And to be clear, that means that we have more green pot production than we had red. Also, we could, in theory, do this. Oh, actually, we should do this. Alright, so now we've got green pot production on both sides of the beltway. Good. Keep running out of that. Ironically, this is actually overproducing enough that I could grab from here, but no, let's go to the mall and grab some from the mall. The mall is actually flush with everything except iron rings. And iron rings are suffering from a low input of iron, so I'll just dump a bunch of iron directly on them to help them out. This whole mess can be taken apart now. It's kind of run its course completely. I have a better system for green production. I have a better system for everything. Oh, this one has run out of copper already. That's concerning. Just take this apart so it's not sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. We're going to need to find something to dump all this copper into because I just picked up a ton of it. It's not going to be any of these, unfortunately. Here, you guys. Get flush with copper. You guys. Get flush with copper. You guys get flush with copper. Everybody's an idiot. Okay, good. I'll just grab a little bit of copper for myself and power poles. Yeah, this is great. The throughput is actually working out. The tiny little amount here is enough. Somehow I managed to get more conveyor belts. I don't know when or how, but that's good. And now we have potions coming from both ends off of just one track of this. And if I want, I can make it jump the track like so and extend the production this way as well. So we will definitely be able to scale up production there. Our coal box ran out, so let's put some non-coal resources. I think automation's a good pick next for ultra assemblers, and we now have red stuffs, right? Good. Let's put red on the. Let's put red options on. But look, we've got our green science automation going all the way to the end now, where it gets stuck. Seriously? All that work to do nothing? Come on now. Red and green, how are they getting in? They're not. Well, that's a problem. Let's get rid of all the temporary stuff. Are you serious, guys? Come on now. Alright, well, we'll get rid of this shortly. For now, let's just plug it in. Red and green enters in through here. Do we have potions I can dump? Dump them. Want a radar somewhere around here. I want gunmen, or gun turrets for sure. Any bullets I've got? Yeah. Very important to keep the science core guarded. If an enemy rushes in here and just destroys the science core, it's very bad for me. Look at that. Now my research is going to go so fast. Relative to how slow it was going before, I mean. All these are useful. Let's extend the size of better military gear. Would allow for the production of military science. I'd like to get my power poles online next. So let's get them online. That way I'm not reliant on trees for basic power. You'll notice a distinct lack of walls in most places and yet not here. It's because I consider the science core to be like one of the biggest vulnerabilities of the factory. If something gets in here and just smashes all this stuff, hundreds of potentially stored science packs could be lost. And that's what ends up happening. I end up putting a buffer chest to keep storing the science as it comes in. Like, see how it's red and green here? I'm going to set up a system whereby red and green get stored in chests as they come through. Do I have filter inserters yet? I do. Good. Okay, so let's have a filtered inserter on both ends. We'll get rid of all this stuff, please. Good. Okay, so we're going to want a filtered inserter of red and a filtered inserter of green that both utilize their own chests before going immediately back to the line. We can use mid-sized chests, that's fine. You. I want red science packs. And you. I want on green science packs. So you see what this does is no matter how little or much science is getting used up here, all of this is going to be stored here in a giant buffer. So I can now house several hundred science packs more than I can actively use at a time. Pretty close to capacity, but man, we are churning through these sciences now. Yeah, I'll study optics. I need it eventually for solar panels and stuff. And for laser turrets, which all require blue science, so I'm a ways off from. Let's get engine parts. Okay, so we've made red science, green science, and a buffer. We've got heavily armed turrets guarding the area. It's nice. We are close to capacity on fuel, so let's get some steam engines going. Oh my god, seriously? Just ditch something, anything. Drop a boiler, please. Thank you. That should significantly help my throughput. Not throughput, my power. And we're in no danger of running out of coal, but it would be nice to have a strategic reserve of coal as well. So let's do that. Strategic reserve of coal. Just making sure that the system has infinity coal buffered right here. And it will eventually get to that point. We should drop a radar on the steam core too, but not yet. Oh, there's one. Good. Okie dokie. Next stop, let's dump some of my excessive resources. I don't know who needs gears. I'm assuming all of you, so boop. Oh, did we have automation studied? Yes, automation is studied, but to make it work, we need steel. This is the first thing that requires steel, and I'm tempted to give it to them because that just seems like the right thing to do here. So, Yeah. Let's do this. Come out here. No. Why don't you do a crisscross as well? Here to here. You extend one and then split. Perfect. Now we have steel going through. Perfect. This is what we like to see. So we'll have this coming in no time. And we don't need 500 of these low rankers. 100 was plenty. Here I'll go to 200 is fine. Now we were going to upconvert this into red belt, so let's do that shortly. Red belt, please. Yellow belt here. There's no connection between these two. There should be. Crossover. We will eventually have enough gears, but it'll take eternity. Especially if I want several hundred of this belt. So here. First several things that need gears, I'm just funneling the gears in. Oh, you know what? We can make steel crates now. Because we have the steel on the belt. Right? Yeah, cool. So we're just going to move these down one and allow for the steel crates to come through. This is good. But we were going to make red splitters, right? So this could be red splitters. This was the spot for red splitters, I believe. Yep, this was the spot for red splitters. So it feeds a yellow, a green, and a gears. There's the yellow, there's the green. Why is the green not coming through? Green and gears are all that's left. Perfect. Gears will come eventually, but we're just kind of out right now. So until then, here's 100 gears. And we'll remove these chesters from here. Okay, this was going to be red. Make it so. You'll notice the stunning lack of gears across the board is a huge issue for this entire setup. That's fine. This is not meant to be a fast setup. We're going to take 50 more miners with us because we can. And a non-permanent addition to this is going to be that chesty situation that I'd mentioned before. What is this last row that I'm seeing here that does not have any resource on it? Oh, right, this is the runaway, so that I can just run fast on it. Forgot I had that. Can you be a chester for now, please? Request your chest. I request chests. Eventually there will be a requester chester and more space, but not just yet. Alright, so we've got a pretty good setup going here. Let's load you up with some bullets. Also, was there a bullet requester and a guns requester somewhere on this mess? No? Okay. Grab a pile of steel engines, or steam engines, whatever. I'll take this sucker down to the steam turbines. Can I make a boiler by hand? Sure, just make me one, please. Okay, whatever. These are future problems. Steam engines and pipes can all stay here. And now Where's the green potions and red potions? Still filtering down at a reasonable rate. 240 buffered. That's good. Why are reds and greens? Oh no, they're crisscrossed, huh? See, when they go back on the wrong side. That's a huge issue. We're gonna have to change this. We're gonna have to change this. We're gonna have to change this. Let's do the filters in the other direction. Let's put red on this side and green on this side so that they crisscross to the correct side. And then in the meantime, we'll just quickly fill the machines up with whatever they got for now. Because this is what happens. There's no green being presented, so the whole thing jams. Now this way it stays neat. There's always a red and always a green being presented, so the machine will run consistently. And also, we forgot to research, huh? So railways are cool. We could do railways. Fluid handling is must in order to advance. Optics is cool, but automobile's cool. I'd like a car, please. Alright, and we're live again. And no jams. Good. Let's take a look at the science, and then we're going to head down and buckle up on the iron input and call it. Alright, we are completely capped on one. We have plenty of belt and no inserters. We have plenty of inserters but no gears. So gears are the real issue in this whole factory. And our gear supply is based on 2 ribbons of iron being shredded down to 2 partial ribbons being shredded down to 1. So let's go and see how we can maximize iron throughput. We're gonna need some stone. Let's go check the quarry. I'll bet you that I don't have any stone, that it's all been turned into bricks, but... Wait, didn't we research, like, superior smelting? Yeah, we did. So what does it take to make a superior smelter? Steel, stone, and... That's it, just steel and stone, huh? So, can I get stone bricks? Or did I turn it all into walls? I turned it all into walls. Wow. That's what we call a short-sighted approach to life. Okay. Well, I think you've had enough walls for today. Let's go ahead and make some bricks next time, eh? Good. Well, let these things keep cooking. In the meantime... There is no meantime. This is what I need right now. Better furnaces. Is there another stone patch I could be making use of somewhere? Here's my original research nodes. I don't see a stone patch anywhere except for this one. That one's usable, but it's pretty far off. Well, this is eventually going to get me what I need in terms of having enough. Alright, well, we'll come back to this. It's a future problem, alright? Before we're ready to actually set the furnaces in motion, we're just going to need some basic mining to happen. We have miners on every ore patch. That's good. Alright. We've got miners on every ore patch, we've got ore coming down, and we have no long-term plan for it. So yeah, actually upgrading the furnaces would be a good move. It literally would just increase the speed at which things mine. Why is this 100? Oh, there's no output track. Also, there should be a trick to increase efficiency on my inserters. This is the one. Inserter capacity bonus. To get there, I need to follow a very long pathway, but it's worth it to eventually get there. So yeah, I'm going to be on red-green signs for a long time, so it's okay. I don't need to be in a rush to fix that. Are these all working? Yes. But this one is working so much faster. Yeah, you know what? As much as I'm tempted to expand the foundry a long way, the truth of the matter is my iron ore extraction is going at a good rate. It's my iron plate production that's at a low rate. And while that might be partially the fault of some other factors, the biggest factor is clearly that I'm using the wrong furnace. Okay, so we've kind of sort of tapped the entire iron node at this stage. And with all the misgivings I had about the shape and nature of the copper patch, it's the iron patch that ends up being the limiting factor, as is to be expected. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of iron, of which some are going through here for processing, and only one is coming this way, and they're all dead-ended. I think at this point, let's go back and see how we're coming along with making furnaces. Because before I go into a mass expansion, I'd like to increase it. I believe there's a 5x increase in efficiency. I shouldn't say efficiency, in speed. So, I ain't nothing to sneeze at. How you doing on bricks, ugly? Oh, good, 80. That's quite a few. So tempted to go south, but nah, it's all good, man. Speaking of, what is the recipe for this stuff? Big electric pole needs copper, steel, and iron. I don't have copper on the line. I get it, but it's not. They all need some kind of copper, so I'm not going to put that on the line just yet. These are all represented. Oh my god, so much stuff. How are we making... We're not, because we have no gears. The gears have completely dried up at this stage, because they're all getting hogged by that first bit of red belt. And that first bit of red belt is at 86. It's not like it's not filling up. But this needs to be much faster. We should have some blue assemblers by now, right? Yeah. We'll grab a stack and we'll upgrade here and here. And that gap where I'm waiting for delivery of iron plate shouldn't happen. There you go, look at that. Efficiency massively improved. But it's so efficient that iron isn't even reaching the last couple. Which means we need to add a lot more iron to this mix. Which means better foundry, which means square one again. Oh, pardon me. Let's upgrade. Yep, that's more like it. That is definitely the way. We get a thick line of iron coming. That'll boost everything in the factory above it. Also, we've got our regular sciences going. All we need now is bricks. And every time I make another trip, I get 80 more bricks. Perfect. In the meantime, what will our next thing be to do? What's landfill made of? Just raw stone? I wasn't paying attention until I realized I was under attack. There are biters there, and they're kind of sort of getting into the point where my pollution will annoy them. I'm probably going to have to deal with these biters soon. For the time being, we'll set up some turrets. There it is, the nest. Alright, that is a good enough run for today. I hope you all enjoyed this. I definitely did. Green science is fully automated, red science fully automated. We have a clear pathway to increasing our iron production so that we can do a better mall. And eventually I'm going to have to move on to blue, but that's going to be a ways off. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.